Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to this new moon in Leo Lionsgate celebration. Today is the Lionsgate portal, getting everybody connected, getting everybody tapped into spirit to make sure that they live in their best life according to their energy, according to their vibe, according to their heart, and according to their passion. So this new moon in Leo, this Lionsgate portal, is the key to having you activate this power within yourself, willing and available to express, willing and available to just be the art that you are in order to just exude that energy that you have within. This is going to be very powerful throughout this Leo season, but in honor of Leo season, I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to play a part of the first song on my EP as people are coming in, which is going to be the Impossible EP coming out in 2 weeks from now. It's going to be on the full moon in Aquarius for the second one. Normally, this, by the way, for anyone who's popping in for the first time, normally these are actually like classes that I do that are unpaid for and such like that, but I'm doing this one completely for free. It's Lionsgate. Much love. I'm going to be explaining Lionsgate deeply, but I'm going to explain this and I'm going to play this because this is very like akin to this like activation energy. So yeah, happy new moon. Let's get into it real quick. Impossible 820 is coming out. Let some people get in. But until then, let's just happy Leo season. Happy new moon in Leo. Please just let these vibes come in for a second. You know what I'm saying? What's up? Everybody coming in? Hold on. Shouts out for the heart, shouts out for the love. I see y'all.
Straight from a C-section, would have been beheaded if it wasn't for that's what decision. Bugs Bunny's with infrared vision. It was superhuman speed, he made a swift decision. 96 till a star was born. Hova was weighing sixes in his brother the core. Born a young Sagittarius with given ambitions. Thousands of praises before I even seen the kitchen. Taken to the phrases my tribe was speaking. He gonna be a doctor, let's follow the cliche. Little did they know he had an itch for speaking and becoming whoever he want by himself. Sometimes angels have the hardest falls. Sometimes torment come from those you love. School of hard knocking and get you.
Yo, I'm telling you, this new moon in Leo about to be lit. This is the energy that we on. This is what we getting into. I'm gonna talk about a lot of shit today. So pull up. If you know somebody who you can send this to, send them in. This is the Lionsgate. We going off. Let's go. Where that shit at? Wait, what's that? New moon in Leo. New moon in Leo. You know this. You know the song lit because I have a dab part in it. Ready? Hold up. Not a dab. Hold on. Let's go. Whoa, that's too much of the album. We can't show them everything. They're trying to hop to a whole different song. They're trying to hop to a whole different song. Hold up, let me stop that for a second. That's for 2 weeks from now. That's for y'all when that come out. Impossible EP. That was the first track. That's the opening song. 5 songs. Pull up. Fourth house. Bet. So, what I was getting to when it came to like this, I am mad silly. I be having fun though. But so the whole idea, right, is that on SoundCloud? Nah, it's going to be on all streaming services though come August 20th. So I'm teasing it to y'all just so y'all can peep. I had, just to get a little time for some people to show up and such like that because we about to go in for this Lionsgate, right? So I'm actually going to pull up some notes that I did because as a matter of fact, I've written on this extensively, probably like 2-3 times. And like, I know it off the top of my head, but I want to be able to like add in specifically what this Lionsgate is because I know a lot of people have popped up and they're like Lionsgate portal, but I'm like, do y'all know what's happening today? So let's get into it, right? So the Lionsgate portal is a DNA awakening first and foremost, right? This is when the fixed star of Sirius, which is the dog star, right? It's twice the size of the sun and it's 26 times brighter than our sun, right? As a matter of fact, Sirius A and Sirius B is what they used in ancient Egyptian times in order for them to actually use and highlight and create the pyramid systems that they had. All of them were like very energetically gridded towards the astrology that were happening because as a matter of fact, the Egyptians, aka the people of Kemet, were the first astrologers for that exact reason because if you look at the predates and such like that, all of the Egypt stuff, which is way older than they tell you, is literally set up in accordance to the stars. And the star that they would follow the most at the time frame was Sirius, right? So because of this, they ended up actually using this and at the pyramid, so the Pyramid of Giza and I believe the other 2 pyramids that are attached at that point are directly in line for this. And when Lionsgate happens is when this is all in alignment. So what does this mean for us, right? Because you're like, oh, this is in Egypt, etc. This is on an energetic grid line for the entire planet, right? So I know some people are like a Lionsgate, some people believe in it, some people don't, some people heard of it, some people just know it's a big energetic day. The reason why it's a DNA activation is because this 1111 is lit, but the reason why it's a DNA activation is because like the sun, Sirius making this alignment together. So think about it like this. It's like 2 powerful solar form of energies coming in alignment to push forward towards the collective new DNA activations and codes that are going to align them into their higher talents, passions, authority, and into their like strongest self, right? See, I took a break, and when I be taking a break, people be like, yo, where you at? Then I come back and I be spitting that ether though. So what's good? What's good? It's a fire sign shit, you feel me? Let me stop. But on the real though, I'm gonna talk about shit though. It's the new moon of Leo. I'm gonna say what I need to say. But when it comes to this, right, this is like one of those situations where it's like the way that this pyramid alignment is happening is that it's like this is activating all of those who have been doing the real work, and that can mean whatever you want it to mean. But for those that have been doing the real work for real, like the real work towards what they want to do, whether that be spiritual, whether that be X, Y, and Z, this is when these things are going to start to pay off. Because what has been happening within this last week specifically is that the new, like this Leo season, especially because of this opposition to Saturn and Aquarius, has been almost like making you look at, yo, how have you been presenting yourself to the collective versus who are you actually? You get what I'm saying? Who are you actually? You get what I'm saying? This is the real difference between it. Like, what do you come out to perform and what do you come out as you are? And the whole idea behind this is that it's trying to show people you're supposed to come in as you are, right? Finally here live and not watching the recording. Welcome in. Thank you all for being here. As a matter of fact, I've been mad hype just coming into this. Sidebar, if anyone's looking for services, just a side note, I ended up taking off the mini readings and such like that. I have this theory that I'm starting to come across when it comes to a lot of astrologers and readers and such like that. Between these fake ass profiles popping up of all these like really good spiritualists and like trying to mess that shit up, and between like these bigger corporations trying to push mini readings out to people, I really think there's a certain form of devaluing of our work that's trying to like happen for a lot of people. So I was kind of like, you know what? I'm going to stick to what I know because I really want to do that real work for y'all and for the people. So what I ended up doing is I ended up taking off the mini readings for most of my stuff for right now, at least, just because like I really just want to work specifically with people. And I ended up adding to my website, as a matter of fact, and I fixed the website because some people were having issues as far as clicking into stuff like that. But what I added in though, right, is that I have in for all my readings. So we have the destiny reading, the real reading, that's like the advanced reading, and then we have the everything you need to know reading, which is me basically spazzing on your whole entire chart and you being like, for the next 2 months, but it's really helpful. But regardless, right? The reason why I'm mentioning all this is because I not only have a recorded option for this, like I always have, but I also have a live option as well, which is usually going to be the same price for the most part. So if you literally want to get a live reading or recorded reading from me, it is the same price point, all on my website, chatandmaverick.com. You hit the link in my bio, it'll lead you right there. So if you want to get a reading from me, especially like during this Leo season or just any time along the lines of that, that's where I'm going to do the readings. Outside of that, I'm just going to be doing stuff for the love for a little bit, because like I haven't been a fan of the shift that I've been seeing, so I've stepped back. So I step back, recalculate, let me see what's going on, and I'm really just trying to see what we need for the people, and so that's what I'm going to try to provide in between that time. So just letting you all know that the services are available and such like that. I'm still going to be going live any chance that I get. I am working another job right now, so I'm literally like on call now. So you get what I'm saying? Like I've been working, so appreciate everyone's patience as well. But also, I don't owe none of y'all shit. All love. I don't know nobody's shit, and that's something that I had to like really like start to come about in this Leo season, where it's like I love y'all, I love the collective, but it's like it's not an old thing. I got so used to having to like come on here every week when I was working elsewhere, to where it was like I just got used to that. But I really realized and recognized that y'all fuck with me, and I appreciate the shit out of y'all for that, because there's nothing more important and nothing more critical to me than me being able to like come here and share my heart, share my expression, and have other people have the fucking courage to then have their heart and their expression towards other shit later on. And I know I'm cussing and stuff, but I'm feeling it, but it's like, yo, like this is really like, this is the type of shit that I was trying to like make happen, and I didn't know how, because I'm like, I just know all this astrology stuff, and like I don't know what's going on, but it's like it's so dope to me, it's so fucking dope, and I can't thank y'all enough, for real, for like y'all coming through, for like the music shit, for the astrology shit, tarot shit, me flipping up random stuff because I'm a Sag and I have to do certain things at certain points, you get what I'm saying? Like that shit is real to me, yo, and there's nothing I can do to thank y'all enough. And the only thing that I can do to thank y'all is keep being creative and keep making stuff. So that's kind of like that's the back and forth for that. You just joined What Do You Miss? This is Lionsgate time. When is the Lionsgate opportunity gone? I'm gonna give you like 4 days. Because technically I looked at it and it was from like August 8th is the peak day to August 12th. But do what you gotta do. Much love for real, much love. And I see and I recognize y'all. And I'm a super introverted person at heart, so like I'll be like, I appreciate you, but I'm like, you know, but like I really do, and I can't explain it enough as far as like everything like this is concerned, because like there was no, you know, I went to school, I graduated from college, they're like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I'm gonna be an astrologer, and people were like, what? Like no one was doing it. I'm like, I've been studying this for years. I'm like, I'm just gonna do it. You get what I'm saying? And like to see that, and looking back from even like last year to like now, like last year I was doing my first IG lives. Now we here. Like you get what I'm saying? We believe in you. I believe in all of y'all. That's some real shit. I believe in all of y'all. Every person I ever gave a reading for on some real shit, I believe in y'all. For real. And I think that's why it's like super dope, because it's just like big Leo energy. We want you to shine just as you are. I mean, that's the same thing. The thing that I'm trying to get at is I think it's like everyone has room to shine, yo. But we just have to accept who we are. We just have to accept our nature. We just have to accept like what's in that part. That's why I think natal readings and such like that are so important. Because I know after I got my first natal reading, officially, shouts out to Peace Dealer, but when I got my first reading officially, I was like, oh shit, like this makes sense. Like I always knew this was the thing, but etc. But now it's like moving on forward, and I'm not saying that in a sense of like, oh, get one from me, but on the real, it's like learning yourself and getting that shit like tapped in is what pushes it forward. And this is what the sun is all about. The sun is all about what do you identify as, what do you want to push that out. And this Lionsgate is even more strongly being like, whew. You get what I'm saying? Accept our true nature. Facts. Me, I'm a musician and I'm an astrologer, right? I'm a creative. I do a bunch of other stuff. But if I have to break it down in like 3D human form, easiest way to explain that is that those two things, right? And what I realized in conversation and just through this like Leo season, Cancer season time frame, as I've been so quiet, there's been a lot of self-reflection. But in this process, it's like, yo, I've been studying astrology and I've been doing music hand in hand this entire time. So the fact that it's like I'm in this position where I'm like, I'm gonna play a song before they start and people still here banging with it and they go and listen to it when that comes out. That's dope. And the reason why I want to frame it this way is because it's like, for y'all who are watching me on some shit where it's like, yo, like, I don't know how he did that, this, that, and the third. I left everything up that I've done. I've left everything up. From when I was trash to now. I've left everything up. If you go to SoundCloud, you look up Chad the Maverick. I have my stuff up since I was in like freshman year of college. You get what I'm saying? Like, I have everything up because I wanna be able to like show people where it's like, yo, it's not about being perfect. It's just about putting in that shit that you care about. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's really what it is. And things fall in line when you start putting in that shit towards what you care about. It's when people get so caught up in the things that they don't care about. People get so caught up in the people that don't like them. People get so caught up in like the idea that it's like, oh, I don't know what this is going to turn out into, is when people start to stop, right? And I notice I ain't touched the astrology yet. You wanna know why? Because this is the fuck. This is it. This is it right here. My fault. I'm hyped, but this is really like what this is, and much more. It's like, this is the heart. Leo season is about the heart. I know it's opposite Saturn, so it's difficult for people to come in and shine. Don't be scared of your failures. Don't. I show my failure. My failures are out there. like I have them. Like, you know what I'm saying? When people see like a song flop, they're like, it flopped. They listen to it though. They're like, oh shit, that's fire though. Like, oh, I hear the potential, and I was like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? People might go back and look at one of my older YouTube videos and be like, this is mad, like, you know, whatever the case is, it's not of the quality and stuff like that. I'm like, nah, but I've been kicking the same hearts this whole time because that's a part of me. You feel me? And that's what I want people to get to, because yours is going to align to whatever else it is. And I think we all really can win together. Like, you get what I'm saying? And that's why I'm like, yo, we all can win together. Very strong on the Aquarius energy with that too, especially with Saturn being here. We gotta like, and it's not gonna happen overnight. And it's not gonna happen. It's gonna happen by not even divine intervention, but it's just gonna happen on its own accordance, right? But this is how this energy is going forward. And so you hear me right now. I'm a triple fire sign, so you hear me right now, and I'm giving you like what's up as far as like this energy is concerned. But what do you want to do in order to like master that? What do you want to do in order for you to get into that like royal energy that you kicking? Because ain't nobody watch me, follow me, tap into my stuff, check anything, comment on anything, like any kind of thing like that, if you don't have that vibe. If you don't, I have a filter that just filters out that. If you don't have that vibe, you aren't going to be attracted to my energy. That's why my follow count ain't crazy. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the people that are real, doing the work, that have something, that really want to make a change and make a difference. And if that's the case, like, you in the right spot. But you in the right spot because you're listening to this for you, to hear what you need to do for the week, tap into that according to the astrology. You get what I'm saying? So that's why it's like, I appreciate y'all for being here. Once more, this is a free one. Because, like I said, I just want to do it for the love. I feel like there's been so much capitalism-ness towards, you know, spirituality and stuff like that recently, to the fact where I literally am seeing people have no idea what they're talking about with mad big followings, and people are like, let's go for it, but they have no idea what they're talking about because they don't have the right people. Like, this has been something I've been seeing just consistently, not just an instance or two. Like, this has been something I've been seeing across the board, and I don't know what the case is, but I definitely feel like corporations are definitely feeding off spirituality. I called this like 3 years ago, in like one of my first lives, like 3 years ago. I was talking to it was like the Peace Dealers Peace Talk I had with him, and I was like, yo, like, they're gonna start doing that, and I was literally in it. I was there. I saw it firsthand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw it firsthand. I saw how this, like, they're trying to change that. A lot of kind of what, fakers? Yeah, yo. And I'm not trying to say like it's anyone specifically, but all I'm trying to say is that there's people out here where it's like, it's not from their heart. It's not from their heart. And it's like, it's not a problem. And it's not that it has to be from their heart. But if it's not from their heart, have the logic down. If it's not from the heart, have the info down. If it's not from that, make sure that you get what I'm saying? Because misinforming this people is the same reason why people thought astrology and everything else along that was bad until like 5 years ago. Like, you feel me? Like, until 5 years ago is when people were finally like, oh yeah, that's okay. I was studying it that whole time. You get what I'm saying? And like, once more, I'm using this as an example because 1, it's a new moon of Leo. 2, I'm talking about shit. 3, why not? Like, this is the way that's happening. So it's like, when you don't feel that genuine stuff coming from people, you got to get more into your genuine nature. I saw everybody do this, everyone making moves, everyone trying to like scrap and scrape and do whatever else, and I was like, I'm stepping back. I was like, I'm not doing this. Because like I don't want to be in this position where I'm doing something that's not going to be like in the people first. You get what I'm saying? Like for me, it's like it's always like what's going on with that. And I think this is very strong with this. And mind you, when I'm speaking on this, this is this Leo new moon versus this Saturn and Aquarius that's happening right now. So like I'm speaking on the astrology as I'm explaining this, and I know it sounds like I'm just on a rant, but like I'm literally just like, you feel me? If y'all been here, you know. I don't gotta tell y'all nothing, but yeah, so that's what's happening here. Not only that, but we have Mercury on this new moon in Leo as well, and this Lions Gate as well. So it's like, what are you gonna do to tap into that spirit? You know what I'm saying? My thing that I had to do to tap into my spirit, I had to play my song before I started talking about the astrology. Why? Because music's that important to me. Because that's a part of that is a part of me that I can't express to y'all in the conversation. You get what I'm saying? Me producing those beats is stuff that I can't word to y'all, but y'all can feel it though. Y'all can hear it though. Y'all can peep it though, and it's meant to heal. It's all about this like healing process, at least like when it comes to this. So much love to y'all. My fault. I'm real. I'm feeling it today. Shouts out to Lionsgate. But like this is how it is. You get what I'm saying? It's how you support yourself. I think people should. I think that we have come up in a very strong a lot of us, at least Pluto and Sag specifically, I know that we can't, Pluto and Sag, and I can speak for Pluto and Scorpio a little bit. I know that we came up at a time frame where it's like we didn't know how to express ourselves because like the generation before us didn't know how to, because the further generation before them didn't know how to. You get what I'm saying? Do you like old school music? I do like old school music. I was raised off old school music. I have a large music background, but I will be breaking that down at some other point. But y'all know me for the astrology jump. But you know what I'm saying? Let's just do that for right now. But karma has been so intense these days. That is so critical. Thank you so much for saying that. And what I want to like bridge in is that it's like this astrology and the stars move very specific ways, and they never wrong. They never like do nothing too super weird. They never do nothing like too out of pocket. Even when we look at transits and we're like, oh my god, this sucks. Like a little bit later we have transits where it's like everything's great. Everyone's out. Everyone's having a great time. It's lit. And like the universe swells that way. Just that's Saturn and Jupiter, you know? But that's literally how that ends up going. You get what I'm saying? So it's like that expansion in this I forgot the word. Regardless, it's everything like that is happening. You have a double Leo in the building. Thank you for being here and hosting this nice new moon and Leo vibe. For everybody else in the process, thank you for like everyone being here, honestly. And for anyone who's watching this recording, shouts out to you. Sidebar, if anyone shares my video afterward on IGTV, can you like tag me too? Because I'll be trying to like reshare them, but it doesn't let me reshare them and like be like, yo, good luck. So contraction. Yes, contraction. Thank you. Expansion and contraction. I was gonna say something else. I was gonna say like something weird, and I was like, let me not. But let's get to now that I have done with my Lionsgate initial rant, just know that it's time for you to step into like that, right? I'm an astrologer, a musician, and so much more. But these are the things that I'm going to stand by because that's a part of me. It's a part of that heart. It's a part of everything like that, right? So this is what I suggest everyone tap into and figure out for themselves. I only use myself as an example because one, I'm an Aries rising, so it's easy for me to do that. But two, I don't want to be in a position where it's like I'm not doing the work and I'm trying to tell y'all to do some shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I've seen it so much, and I'm like, this is the worst. So I'm really glad, and I really appreciate, you know, everything. But let's get into it before I get into like a gratitude loop, because I feel in this Leo energy is like, I just want to give everybody a hug. You know what I'm saying? Just on some like Aries rising gang in the building. Let's go. But so yeah, let's get into a little more of the astro, see what's popping. On this end, right? So we have the 16 degrees Leo. I pulled the 4th house card earlier. Ironically, this is the Cancer degree. But I think what this specifically has to do with is that you need to find a home in your own confidence. You need to find a home in your own confidence. You need to find a home in your own heart, your own bravado, your own whatever the case is. Whatever that you want to frame it as far as like your external is viewing. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's where that's going on. And Aries rising in the flesh, you feel me, son? Let me stop. But like, I'm having fun. But that's the point. See, I'm like, let me stop. You hear that? I was having fun, and I said, let me stop. That's even me having to check myself and be like, why do I have to stop myself from enjoying myself? I mean, besides the Saturn opposition. What? Like, why? You know? I feel like this past Friday, you got answers from the Saturn transit that you asked to let go of things, and now the universe is like, okay, so now it's time to put forth. You're on time? Yes, you are. As a matter of fact, we're all on time, which is something that, like, I don't think people understand quite as much. The reason why new moons and full moons are so important is because that is our concept of time and how things move. If you know what's going on, where the house is at, you're like, okay, this is this season, this is this time frame. So when you hear that's next 2 weeks, this is why I do new moon and full moon stuff. Because I'm like, you at least know what's going on for the next 2 weeks. You can't say you was in the dark because you have these things. I like to cover specific transits in between, but like, if you look week by week by week, it's covered. You hear the energy, you hear the vibes. Some things happen a little beforehand. Some things may happen a little afterward, but that's the nature of it, right? Astrology has, in my opinion, some more accuracies in certain things with weather, but like, it's a very similar thing where it's like, hey, we're right there. You get what I'm saying? But that's part of that. I'm off of, if I'm in ramble territory, one of my earth signs, just pull me back in. Just hit me with a comment. I appreciate it, because like I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this Lionsgate 100%. I feel like it's the cat garb, and it's the yellow. You know, we feeling it. You feel me? But so let's get to the next part. Word. So what we also got is that we have Mercury making this opposition as well to Jupiter. Not directly, but it's still an opposition. So this is you having to like go back and be like, damn, am I really speaking on what's going to propel me forward? Jupiter's in 28 degrees. You get what I'm saying? So 28 degrees is the master degree number. So if this is in the master degree number in this process, that means that you're going to be in this position where you're like, can I say this? That's why I felt like it was so strong for me to start off with the song, for example. Because I'm like, this is how I communicate. Here's a song. You get what I'm saying? I talk about astro all the time, but personal communication, here's a song. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's how that works. But for you, you're going to have to figure out what that is too. You're going to have to make that extra push when it's time to. And this is going to keep going on for the next 2 weeks. You get what I'm saying? At the very least. The Lionsgate is a heart thing. The Lionsgate is getting you tapped in your heart. That's going to happen to the next 4 days. I can say this for sure, 100%. That's exactly how I feel nowadays. I can say this because I can. You feel me? So can you. But live it out too. If you're going, you know what I'm saying? That's but you know. Anywho, let's get to this next part. Sidebar, if anyone's just popping in, I do have my services and such like that still available. I just went straight to the chart readings now, so all my chart readings are available. I'm tired of corporations doing some bull, and I literally went to school for business, so I'm seeing what they're doing, and now I'm like, screw y'all. So this is how we rocking it, yo. But the Lion and the Wizard of Oz was looking for a heart. Yo, thank you so much for that analogy. This is why I like going live, because y'all be hitting me with some shit, and I'm like, oh, I see. Yo, the Lion and the Wizard of Oz was looking for a heart the entire time. That's crazy. Like let's conceptualize this real quick. And let's put this back into this Lionsgate theory. If you've been looking for your heart this entire time, and it's right there in front of you, and you're starting to feel it now, are you going to be too scared to express it? Or are you going to be like, you know what, let me lean into it? You get what I'm saying? Like, are you going to be too afraid to be like, hey, here's this? Or can you be like, I can say that? Like, you feel it? But on the real, like, this is the difference between those two things. You get what I'm saying? Now you're understanding your urge to drop your truth on everyone around you. More power to you. I mean, if that's the vibe, you get what I'm saying? Matter of fact, North Node is in 8 degrees Gemini still, so this is the time to do it if you got to do it. Let them know. Wait, stop. This got you in your feels? Good. It should. It should. You want to know why I'm saying good? Because if this is something that's going to help activate the heart a little bit better, good. Because we need to address all this stuff, especially as like for me as like a man, especially as men, like we need to really like address this stuff too. Something I want to like get into like way further on, but we need to have way more of this respect for the divine feminine as a collective, because we wouldn't exist without that to begin with. So that's a whole other story. We're going to get into that at different points. We got some more material coming soon. But I ain't going to promise y'all nothing because I'm chilling. Yeah, everybody else get some time to go out and have some fun. I'm going to get my time out to go out and do my thing. Because, like, why not? Move with the waves, you feel? But, before screw it. Before I made this too long, and I'm like, it's Lionsgate. There's no such thing. Diplomatically cursed out 2 people this morning. Good for you. Good for you. You know, if it came from your heart, good for you. You know, obviously, if I'm saying have things come from your heart. Don't do anything like wild or nothing, but like protect your heart for sure. Protect your heart, express your heart. Don't be, you know what I'm saying? Some people be like, do everything I want to do and just do something. I ain't saying that. Chill out, sit down, go read a book, watch a show, do something different. No, but stop. Oh. I'm having fun with y'all. I appreciate y'all for all being in here. But yeah, so like I said, this is this new moon in Leo. If y'all missed my rant at the beginning, please go back to that, because that is the most important thing you're going to hear about the new moon in Leo, period. It doesn't matter what astrology I talk about at this point. I gave y'all the ether a little bit earlier, so if you ain't see that, go back and check it out. Didn't know that you were looking for your heart this past year. Had a lot of grief during the Saturn recent transit. Was told to let go so you can gain. Okay. Who said I can't? Facts. Literally, the song that I played y'all when I started this off is called Impossible. And the whole premise of the song is, do not tell me it's impossible, because anything can be made to happen. That's the whole premise of it. That's like the whole premise of it. The verse that I had on that is the first verse that I ever wrote in not my life, but the first verse that I ever wrote where I was like, I can rap. And I just finally recorded it now because I have the voice to make it happen. But still, like, don't let anyone tell you it's impossible. That is the whole premise of the EP that's coming out. It's crazy. But on the real, it's like there's no such thing as impossibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do stuff as long as you believe in yourself to do so. And there's going to be people that are going to doubt you. There are going to be people that are not going to believe in your shit worth anything. There are going to be people that don't believe in you until you make X amount of money. There are going to be people that don't believe in you ever. And they're like, yeah, I totally believe in you. Yeah, you're going to do great. And they're like, oh, should have done better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much shit where people don't understand you or your heart, to where it's like the people that are there are supposed to resonate. The people that I bang with, soul fan, the people that come through to this, I know us, like, you know what I'm saying? I know that y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got something. When's the EP dropping? Impossible EP is dropping on August 20th. I will be posting random things on the story, show y'all a couple clips for it. It's 5 songs. You're going to listen through the whole thing and then replay it because it's that good. And I'm literally is that good. Like, I'm working at Music Hogwarts. It's that good. so, not the point. But let's get into something else. I'm gonna pull for the collective. That's what we're gonna do. I'm like, let me look at this. Let me look at that. Nah, we just let me make sure there's no major transits real quick though. Moon, blah blah blah. There's a square to Uranus real quick. Let me double check this. All right, so the square to Uranus. Oh, this is the uncomfortability. This is the breakthrough of that uncomfortability and you standing out and being like, okay, I stand out. Okay, it's me. I'm on stage now. What you gonna do? Someone throws you on stage and you have a song ready. What you gonna do? Someone threw me on stage right now. I had to be like, shit, I guess I gotta perform. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, whatever. Guess that's what we gotta do. You know. But you have to have that mutability, even if you're super fixed, to like make that change and make that difference, or else Uranus is just gonna yeet you into it. So just keep that in mind as well. Blah 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 blah. The sun and the moon are making a trine over to Chiron as well. So this trine to Chiron, healing it. I talked about this. See, I be going on rants. This is wild. I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all because y'all been here. And if you were watching all the way to here, you are a real one already. So it is what it is. But y'all really be going on rants. When I get like astral rants and I feel it, I be going off. And then I go and I look at the astrology and I'm like, oh, what does the astrology say again? And I'm like, I already said I said that. I would literally just be repeating myself. And I think that's the beautiful part about astrology is that it's like, it's an energy that's always present. This is just a scientific confirmation of how this is already working. Astrology fake though. I just think it's mad funny. I think it's so funny when people are like, oh, no. I live out my whole life in real life, and I don't even tell people I'm an astrologer unless we cool. And that's not even because I'm like, I'm an astrologer. That's never going to change. Like, I'm not going to be like, I'm not an astrologer to anybody. But like, some people is like, there's no point. You'll be like, what? You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So. Oh yeah, I was gonna pull cards, then I forgot. Do I have any available close to me? No, I don't. Of course I don't. Oh wait, yes I do. I think. Hold on. Oh, we clutch. Shouts out to my Virgo energy. Oh, that's beautiful. I ain't have to move. Whew. Lionsgate. That was actually a moment. That wasn't. None of this is for show. I hope y'all know that. I'm just like, all right, let's get. I'm just a Sag. I'm literally like this. Anybody else me just like, yeah, this is him. Right, it's crazy because I'll be doing some shit and don't even realize it's you being in alignment. We're always in alignment. Look back a year ago and look back to now. Literally, you're gonna be like, yo, did I really just? Yes, you did. Wanna know why? You had a year to work on yourself because you ain't had nothing else to do. So do it now. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my Virgo energy. Facts. High key facts. High key facts. I got raised by a lot of earth sign energy, so it helps. It helps. It didn't help when I was younger, but it helps now. There's no point in talking to someone who can't. There's no point in talking there's no point to talking to someone who can't receive the message. There's literally a song that I made like 2 years ago called "Making Monsters," and I was like, if they can't feel you in the message, then they're not supposed to hear it. Like straight up, like you don't feel it in the message, then they're not supposed to hear it. Polarizing figures. I read it in the stars. I was meant to stack a billion. Rushing the prophecy that could turn you to a killer. Rather off kilter with the pleasures I deliver. Feel it in the gut. We'll rush it down to her liver. Take me in like the drugs and the ether from a quit. Let me stop. So, card. Boom! Look at this. Look at this. Those are old bars. Don't worry about that. But look at this. It just flipped right side up. Ace of Swords. I don't want to pull anything else. I really don't want to pull. I'm not pulling anything else. Bottom of the deck. This is this. I'm not pulling anything else. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. You don't need my energy. You need your energy. But your energy is going to be way more important for who you are, which is what I also want to like tap in for people. You know what I'm saying? I can go live and do whatever else because I've had a camera thrown in my face my entire life. I did acting and theater and stuff too, so like it don't bother me. Some people aren't meant to do live stream stuff. Some people are mad nice with writing. I'm okay with writing. I'm pretty good, but like some people are nice with writing. You get what I'm saying? Find your niche. Find your lane. Because your lane is your energy, and your energy is going to be so much more potent in whatever you put it into in comparison to trying to follow whatever someone else is specifically doing. Because that's just real. Also, like everything else, because we all can win. We just all need to tap into who we are for real, for real. And that's the difference. Planetary cycles. This isn't even an astrology deck. This is not in a. I can't make this shit up. I can't. Planetary cycles. I'm not pulling anything. I'm done. I'm not pulling anything. I'm done. I'm putting it away. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. Mary Grace just pulled that card too. Hey, I do not know the Woven Tarot, but if they dope, link me to them. Cause I'm trying to rock with mad dope spiritualists and stuff like that. What does the Ace of Swords mean? I got you. I'm so sorry. I'm used to like a handful of people like already kind of knowing what's going on enough when I do my stuff. But if you ever have a question, I will explain what that thing is, just to let y'all know. Because that's the whole point. I'm not here to be like, oh yeah, the Ace of Swords, if you don't know what that is, you must not know it. Like, no, I'm not. No, it's stupid. People like let people know what's going on. The Ace of Swords, do I have it right here? Hey, also taught tarot for like a couple months. That was cool. But I'm gonna do it again, but way cooler in the future. Stay tuned. Not soon, far future, but future nevertheless. Right here, right? Ace of Swords. So as you can see, this is the sword. I like to akin this to like the Ace of Sword is think about King Arthur, Sword in the Stone. You know what I'm saying? Remember how nobody was able to put in that story, the fable, the lore, if you will. They basically had like the sword in the stone. Whoever could pull the sword out the stone was going to be the king, right? No one could pull out the sword, and the one person that pulled out the sword, I believe it was King Arthur, and he was the one that became the king of, I think, England. Don't remember everything off the top of my head. I've been studying my people a little bit more, so I don't know right now. But not the point. What I'm saying is, right, when it comes to the Ace of Swords, triumph is a great word. But the whole idea is like only that one person could have pulled that sword and been like, yo, I have this power now. I am this. And what the swords represents is intelligence. It represents thought. Ace of Swords is the mastery of the mind. So the Ace of Swords is the collective coming into a mastery of the mind in order for them to be able to like make whatever they want their thoughts to be, literally cut through the fabric of reality and have it happen as long as it's logically sound. Does that sound cool? I think that sounds cool. That's how you explain the Ace of Swords. And take it as you will. Obviously add more interpretations into it. Learn more on your own time as well. But that is a very good rendition of what the Ace of Swords is without getting too wild. But I've been feeling it, yo. I like low-key kind of need some water. I have water right. I ain't have to move. I ain't have to get... Wow. Okay, so took a sip of water. This is good. This is a lot of improvement for a fire sign. You know, I've been talking a lot. It's a lot of lights going on. It's a fun time. But yeah, I'm about to end this off in a sec though, because I'm in full ramble territory, and I love the fact that y'all are still here for it. But I gotta shut up. At a certain point, I'm like, all right, I gotta shut up now. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna probably end it out with another song. I'm gonna end it out with another song from that. It's one that I already put out prior, but it's gonna be on the EP. It's called Wonderful It Was. I'm gonna end it out with that in a second. But Wonderful It Was is, I didn't realize how deep that song was until I listened to it for like the 50th time, like straight up. Like I think a lot of my music is like that. Love my necklace. Good luck. Appreciate you. But hell yeah, we still here. Say less. But oh yeah, so shouts out to anybody who watches afterward, etc. IGTV. Yeah, I'm getting kind of tired. I've been tired this whole week for this Lionsgate stuff. As soon as that thing started, I was like, your boy needs sleep. And I took the first rest that I did. Good for me. But let's you know, if I want to say one last thing about Lionsgate, that's what we're gonna do. If I have to say one last thing, sum it all up, I better get a clap for entertaining her crystal obsession. Got you. But yeah, yo. So if I have one last thing to say about this Leo Lionsgate, is that it's gonna bring you into your goat status. It's gonna bring you into this like Capricorn. It's gonna bring you into whatever your higher form is, whatever your higher calling is too, if you will. So I'm hyped for everybody. It's gonna be lit. I'm gonna shut up now. I'm gonna play Wonderful It Was. Please make sure I did the poll earlier. So at first I was gonna drop it on the new moon and Leo, but the people when I do polls for real, those polls are real. This is not the US. These polls are real. Like if you're like, yo, if I put up a poll for real, I have Libra placements. I will literally be like, yo, if I put up a poll for real and I'm like, yo, what's y'all pick? You know, I was like, yo, y'all want YouTube or IG? The people said IG. It was by like 3 people though. It was so close. I was watching it. I was like, the drama, the back and forth. It was crazy. And IGTV won, but definitely pull up for that. This has been a lazy week. Please let yourself be lazy. Not the poor connection. The poor connection started, which means I should shut up. And technology is like, bro, you're telling them stuff. So I'm just gonna play this real quick, a little bit. I'm gonna fade it out. You know what I'm saying? But peace, much love to y'all. All that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna groove it out. Much love. ChadTheMaverick.com for all your ChadTheMaverick.com needs. Chart services. All that good stuff. I'll have way more stuff coming up soon. It's nap time for sure after this. But it's cool.
I used to pray for rain. I used to think that rainy days or anything could change with the flash of some lightning, a clap or some thunder. It was wonderful, it was like God itself was clapping for me. Ignorance surrounded by my innocence. It was taken so young, been nocturnal since then. Kinda dumb for a child of the sun. Made it in spaces but feel the darkness, I would blame it. Integration. Bones bound where your space is, or where your space is. What you represent? What your style?
Yo, it's gonna be on all streaming services. I don't wanna hear nobody say they ain't see it. None of that. Stepping into their God's strength. Facts. That's what this album is about, yo. Let's go. Astrologer. I'm a producer. Music. I did the whole thing. So I appreciate it. We got range around here. We got range around here. You feel me? Mixed, engineered, produced. It's my homie right here. Hold up. Screw it, yo. Next man up in the stars, raise up a boat. Doing all the readings in the all match. You can see the jet, don't know the man unless I'm done. So I'm leaning up against the wall, looking out of the stars. He knows how to read them, he knows everything, and all he is the. Crystal, amethyst, spits coming in the pistol for the Draco, the Hugo, no gunting. His mind rings, he brings in a special something. It was wonderful, it was like God itself clapping for me. Kinda dumb for the child of the sun, Lionsgate, baby. Felt so immaculate that nobody could stop you, even if they fucking tried and called everybody that they knew they're trying about you, but they ain't about shit because you know that with maneuvers that felt so immaculate, nobody could stop you, even if they fucking tried and brought everybody that they knew and trying. Child of the sun. No one, Leo. That's too much of that album. They was doing it again. That's too much. That was a note too much. That was a note too much. Anyway, much love to y'all. Appreciate y'all for sticking in. If not, whatever, that's cool. much love to you all. Shouts out to everybody and have a great one, y'all. Peace.